Honored guests, members of the school board, faculty, staff, alumni, and most especially family and friends, welcome. I'm Chris Paporis, Superintendent of Schools and proud Euclid High School alumnus. It is an honor for me to be here to celebrate with the Euclid High School class of 22. Today we celebrate the graduating class and what they have achieved through hard work, determination, and inspiration. Class of 2022. Graduation is a time to imagine your future and the world to come. When you think of the road ahead, you may gain perspective by looking back at where you have been. And I hope that when you look back at your time at Euclid High School, you do so with fondness. And that when you look ahead, you will also see Euclid as part of your future. As you begin your new stage in life, you can be confident that you can and you will make a difference. Because, like Euclid graduates who have come before you, you possess the knowledge and skills necessary for life's success. I encourage you to make our Euclid and our nation a better place in which to live. Class of 2022, dream big, and my best wishes to each of you. Now, please rise and turn your attention to Lieutenant Commander Morick and the National Junior ROTC Color Guard for the presentation of our nation's colors.
They're supposed to do the national anthem. You're right. This is for the national anthem. Esteemed guests, you may be seated. Please welcome our varsity chorale as they come up and present us with our alma mater, and then the Lord bless you and keep you. Could we give it up for the class of 2022? Think you guys can make a little bit more noise for everything they've been through. Give it up for the class of 2022. We're going to do that a lot throughout to make sure that we are respectful of each person's opportunity when they get to the stage. So once again, congratulations to the class of 2022. I am Andre Rudolph. I'm the proud principal of Euclid High School, and I have the distinct opportunity of introducing tonight's keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker is Dr. Denise McCory. Dr. McCory is the president of the Metropolitan Campus of Cuyahoga Community College, better known as Tri-C here in Cleveland, Ohio. She has worked in higher education for over 20 years, serving in a number of roles, including director of a NASA-funded K-12 program, student success coordinator, dean of student affairs, and dean of academic affairs. For several years, Dr. McCory served on the executive board of the American Council on Education Women's Network of Ohio, an organization that supports the development and advancement of women in higher education. She serves on several local and national boards, including the Campus District Executive Board, Blacks in Management, and the National Council on Student Development. Dr. McCory is a native Clevelander and graduated from the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. She earned a bachelor's degree in English from Ohio University, a master's in adult learning and development from Cleveland State University, and a doctorate in higher educational leadership from Walden University. In addition to all of those accomplishments and degrees, she's also earned a graduate certificate in college writing from Bowling Green State University. Without further ado, please help me in welcoming Dr. Denise McCory, tonight's keynote speaker.
Good evening, Euclid High School class of 2022. As I look out on this sea of blue and gold, I am so excited and honored to be sharing this special moment with you, one that happens only once in a lifetime. I know the hard work and sacrifice that it took to get to this moment. It means that you've been determined, you studied, and you took care of business. You've been disciplined, all so you could make it to this moment. Even in the midst of a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic, social unrest, and discord across our country and abroad, you have persevered and in many cases excelled. Thinking back on the nearly 3 decades that have passed since I was sitting at my own high school graduation, I've learned so many lessons, often the hard way, and I want to share those insights with you today. First, know that your attitude determines your aptitude. As campus president at Tri-C, my most important job is to hire the right people. And of course, I look for technical qualifications in education, but above all else, I look for people with the right attitude. It matters less how smart and educated you are. It's more about the way that you treat people. So stay humble and stay gracious. Be kind and fair, even in times of conflict. Disagreements are inevitable, but every human being deserves compassion and respect. And remember that you can't always control what happens, but you can control how you react. Anticipate potential obstacles, but don't focus on them. Stay positive and keep looking ahead. And gratitude is key to a positive attitude. Make a point every day to take note of something that you're grateful for. Next, be a dandelion. That's right, I said dandelion. Dandelions don't get enough credit for their fortitude and resilience. They're often treated as pesky weeds, sprayed, plucked, and cut down. But notice how when the lawn is freshly cut before anything else grows back, those dandelions are there. And they can thrive in almost any conditions. You'll see them emerge from the tiniest crack in the sidewalk where most things wouldn't grow. So when I say be a dandelion, I mean that when you fall, get back up and dare to thrive where most others wouldn't. Manage your fears. It's human nature to avoid things that are scary or uncomfortable, but remember, fears are the stories we tell ourselves. So make sure you tell yourself the right story, which is that you can accomplish anything and you're worth it. Accept that facing challenges comes with struggle, but struggle means you're growing. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable and use challenges as opportunities to grow. We all know that you don't build muscles from lifting cotton balls because struggle and tension lead to growth. And protect your reputation. Now, this is extremely important given how much of a role that social media plays in our lives. Know that every post you put on social media contributes to your brand. As you enter your next chapter and start your professional careers, think about what you want your brand to be. You never know who's paying attention, and the world is smaller than you think. And the internet has a long, long, long memory. So be careful what you put out there. And make sure your offline reputation is intact. Be a good classmate, friend, and coworker. Always leave a job and your professional relationships in good standing. Don't burn bridges. Act with integrity, which means that you keep your commitments and deadlines, you follow up as promised, and you have a strong work ethic. And finally, don't fall prey to the compare and despair trap that media provides, where we make judgments or comparisons based on a small snippet of information people choose to share. And in most cases, it's only the most fabulous parts of their lives. This can give us a false sense of reality. In terms of success, this is known as the iceberg illusion. An iceberg is a chunk of ice that floats on water, but the part of the iceberg that you see above the waterline is only a small part of it. There's a whole lot of ice underneath. Similarly, when it comes to success, we often just see the surface level, which are all the accomplishments and the great things that are happening for somebody, but we don't see the struggle and the effort that made it happen. Think about your favorite celebrity or someone you consider to be very successful. They've likely failed way more than they succeeded. That's certainly true in my case. So think about your situation where you excelled at something. Maybe it's art, music, dance, gaming, athletics, or academics. It's nearly impossible for someone with no experience to walk into that space and perform at your level. And why? Because excellence takes practice and dedication. If you think of the iceberg as the success you see on the surface, whatever you define success to be, you'll find that a lot goes into those accomplishments. What you don't see are the doubts, the tears, prayers, frustrated moments, struggles, failures, and retries. Know that anything worth having requires hard work, so don't be fooled by the iceberg illusion. Be assured that if you're heading to college, into a career, or becoming an entrepreneur, everything I just shared will apply. People who achieve great success follow the strategies that I laid out for you. Having a positive attitude, being resilient, remember the dandelion, overcoming fears, protecting your brand and reputation, and keeping focused despite obstacles. Remember that there is more than one road to success, and at some point, you may need to detour or adjust your speed, and that's okay as long as you keep moving towards your goals. I'll end by reminding you that you didn't get here alone. As you celebrate your accomplishments, take time to thank your family, your friends, your high school teachers, staff, and administrators, and other supporters who pray for you, support you, and help you be your best, because it takes a village to be successful. I know I speak for everyone in this space when I say we cannot wait to see the amazing things that you'll do. We desperately need talented, energetic, and passionate leaders. And I know that this class is going to make a tremendous impact on our community. Thank you for allowing me to celebrate this moment with you today. Congratulations, class of 22.
Give it up one more time for Dr. McCory, please. Before we go into the certification and presentation of our classes, it's actually a more opportune time to allow our Valedictorian and Salutatorian an opportunity to address their class, as they put in some extremely hard, intense, and intentional work to get here. So for starters, we're going to start with our class Valedictorian, class of 2022, Linnea Brown. Valedictorian, please give it up for Linnea.
Good evening, everyone. If I'm being honest, I was definitely afraid of giving this speech. Not because crowds make me nervous or because public speaking scares me, Rather, I found this speech daunting because, well, you are all so extraordinary. Elie Wiesel, a great author, activist, and Holocaust survivor that many of us were introduced to in our freshman English classes, said, "We must see in every person a universe with its own secrets, with its own treasures, with its own sources of anguish, and with some measure of triumph." And that is why it was so hard for me to write this speech. Today is about all of you, and while I can talk fast, I do not think I can talk about almost 300 different universes in a speech that I fear already errs on the side of too long. No matter how many words I know and use, I cannot do justice to the amazing group of people that is you. That is why I was afraid. Anything I could possibly say would fall short of expressing how phenomenal you all are. So instead of trying to tackle a challenge that I firmly believe is impossible, I'll instead express my gratitude to the people who got us here. As I said, today is all about you. However, I'd be loath not to mention and show gratitude to the people that helped us get to this ceremony. Thank you to the parents and guardians for buying us poster boards the day before a project, driving from band to baseball to Big Show to VC and all the other extracurriculars while still getting dinner on the table, for understanding that life can be so incredibly difficult to deal with sometimes and that our best will not always look the same. And thank you most of all for loving and supporting us regardless of circumstance. Thank you to the teachers who opened our eyes to the entire world, past, present, and future, from the confines of a classroom and textbook, for seeing the potential buried beneath the fear and self-doubt, and thank you for being in such a significant career. I believe I can speak for all of us when I say much of the credit for who I am today can be given to you. Lastly, thank you guys, class of 2022. Thank you for also bombing the test so that the curve could save us all. Thank you for also saying, yeah, I didn't start that one either at 11:30 when we're all very aware that it is due at 11:59 because there truly is no greater comfort. And thank you for being you. Getting to know the little universes that you are will always be a highlight of my life. To close this not-so-short speech, I'd like to quickly say that while I don't feel that I'm in any position to give excellent individuals such as yourselves advice, I do have one request. If there's ever a time in your life where you question your capabilities, please look back on what you just did. I know we are always told that high school is just the beginning, but that in no way means it was easy. We lived through a worldwide pandemic, found the motivation to complete 2 years of our high school career, a time in which we're supposed to be with our peers every day, on our own behind computer screens. We dealt with personal, mental, and physical health problems and still managed to make it here. Commend yourself for that. Take pride in that and never ever question your ability. You are all universes, special and complex, and there is not a doubt in my mind that you can become anything you would like to be. Thank you all, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2022.
Amazing, phenomenal speech. Please give it up again for Ms. Lanier Brown. Before I introduce our salutatorian, once again, I want to say the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor is one of the most difficult colleges and universities to gain admittance to in the country. This young lady will be going there on a 4-year scholarship. She has put in tremendous work. I am extremely proud of the young lady that the city of Euclid has helped prepare today. Phenomenal job. And in that same breath, I want to make sure that we know that Ms. Nora Swerbinsky has done a phenomenal, outstanding job as well. And as our salutatorian, she has prepared a phenomenal speech to share with you guys today. So without further ado, please give it up for Nora.
Well, here we are. We've made it. The day we have waited 4 years for is finally here. We're exhausted, physically and mentally, but we did it. For some, the fact that we are finally here is a relief. For others, it's bittersweet. No matter what your feelings are, I think we can all recognize this day for the accomplishment that it is. 4 years, roughly 720 days of high school, all leading to today. This is a huge step towards the rest of our lives. As freshmen, we couldn't wait to not be freshmen anymore. As sophomores, we couldn't wait to be juniors. As juniors, we just wanted to be seniors. And as seniors, we couldn't wait for what comes after high school. But what comes next? What do we do now that we are no longer high school students? For each of us, the next steps are going to look different, but they are all going to have one thing in common. Those steps belong to us. We get to choose what we do next and how we do it. The future belongs to us, and it is up to us to decide what that future is going to look like. Mr. Brosovich said it best. You're a big kid now, and we are. No one is holding our hands through our next steps. We need to stand up and take them on our own. Luckily for us, the guidance of teachers, administrators, and our families have prepared each of us to be ready to take the next steps into the rest of our lives. High school graduation is often referred to as the end of one chapter and the beginning of the next. I like to think of it more as the end of the first book and the beginning of the sequel. From chapter to chapter, characters and plot often don't go through such a drastic change as we are facing today. That is a change seen from book 1 to book 2. Today is the last page of book 1, and tomorrow is the first page of book 2. We have all changed far too much to confine ourselves to the same book forever. No one sitting here today is the same person they were 4 years ago when we took the first step into high school, and we won't be the same people when we take the final step out. We are going to look back on this day years from now and see just how much we've changed. And no matter what we do next, the experiences we've had in high school will shape us into new people yet again. We will cling to all the best parts of our lives and shed the bad, forever evolving into better versions of ourselves, forever turning the page to the next chapter, the next book. All the while, never knowing what comes next. Collectively, we are the future, and individually, our own futures and the books that they will fill have never looked better. Congratulations, class of 2022, and as always, go Panthers!
Phenomenal job, Nora. Nora will be attending the University of Toledo in the fall as an honors student majoring in library science. Give it up one more time for Nora, please. You ready? Before we go ahead and present, I just want to make sure that everybody understands the impact that you guys have made. So in addition to our scholars, give it up for yourselves. This has been a long, hard road. So without further ado, the time that we've all been waiting for, I'm going to present to you our board president, Kathy DeAngelis, to go ahead and certify our graduating class.
Thank you, Mr. Rudolph. Principal Rudolph, class advisors, and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by Euclid High School, the Euclid City Schools Board of Education, and the Ohio Department of Education?
Board President DeAngelis, esteemed guests, I certify that all of the students on this stage and in the audience this evening have met all of the educational requirements of the state of Ohio, the Euclid City School District, and have met the requirements of the Ohio State test. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas. You don't want to say anything? She's going to say something. Yes. Yep.
Before we begin, I want to say a few words. I am so grateful to have been a part of some of the most important years of your life and watch you grow into amazing young adults. I will truly miss you all. I love you all, and I hope that you please come back and visit us as Euclid High School alumni. Without further ado, your class of 2022. The first diploma that we will award this evening our valedictorian, Linnea Brown. Our salutatorian, Nora Swerbinsky. These next 16 students have completed coursework beyond the minimum required. They have maintained high GPAs, earned high test scores, and worked hard to earn the award of an academic honors diploma and or a career tech honors diploma. Michaela Anderson. Nathan Barwick. Haley Bray. Michaela Fleming. Savannah Galloway. Brianna Hunter. Kira Johnson. That's her dad. Braden Canoe. Greg Nodara. Amaya Parker. Chanel Robinson. Kaylin Simon. Jessica Specht. Zeta Stormer. Alexis Sweet. Quentin Vidrick. Lanaya Williams. Okay. We will continue honoring the remainder of the class of 2022. Let's go ahead and give a round of applause for our honor students. Ja'Cory Adams. Michael Adams. Shyla Alexander. Madison Alexander. Deja Allen. Cedric Anderson. Bruce Andreas. Triana Osler. Jacon Austin. Taylor Alexander. Janazareth Badillo. Lachey Bacon. Benjamin Ball. Breland Baskin. DeLorean Benjamin. Raymond Bennett. Marcus Benny. Derek Bay. Justin Bazares. Lauren Blair. Cheryl Bonner. Ricky Boyer. Kenneth Brandon Jr. Christopher Broadnax. Alante Brown. Our prom queen, Dylan Brown. Javon Brown. Jeffrey Brown. Ramon Bryant. Amariana Bryson. Deanjane Buck Taylor. Cornell Burford. James Burford. Jacory Butts. Deshaun Cahill. Alana Kane. Alexis Kane. Jeremiah Caldwell. Lakuma Carnegie. Cheyenne Karstarfin. Devin Cheney. Garrett Chapman Jr. Dion Chavis. Jayon Chisholm. Tyjon Clark. Tiara Cloud. Trinae Cochran. Christopher Coiner. Jalen Conway. Jayliana Cook. Sanaya Cornelius. Kamira Crowder. Clayton Cunningham. Jaden Daniels. Tanijah Davis. Tierra Davis. Javier Dean. Sydney Deloach. Naomi Dennis. Isa Juf. Aisha, my mouth is dry, I'm sorry. Angela Dixon. Jayla Dotson. Jaden Dunn. Lola Dyson. Tawan Eccles. Jada Edwards. Tashani Edwards. Bianca Elliott. Nazir Everett. Kanaya Felder. Sydney Farrell. Our prom king, Jaden Flowers. Jemiah Ford. Michaela Ford. Sean Freeman. Rajane Freelo. Sanaya Gaynor. Tamia Gamble. Nija Gale. Jameer Gilner. Javion Golson. Jada Graham. Amir Gray. Lamia Greathouse. Brianna Green. Jalen Green. Paris Green. Bryson Griffin. Douglas Habian. Wayne Hall Jr. Jermel Hammond. Devin Hanna. Christopher Harges. Amaya Harper Banks. Rashina Harris. Skylar Harris. Kaijane Hart. Latiana Harvey. Ambria Haskin. Lakaya Hatchell. Marshawn Hurd. Caitlin Hensley. Jalen Hicks. Jordan Hicks. Sean Hill. Zachary Hilliard. Tanaya Hinton. Tamia Hinton Rencher. Jalen Hobson. Rachel Holt. Cameron Holton. Jordan Holton. Ariana Houston. Javion Howard. Devon Hudson. Deshaun Hudson. Joshua Hudson. Sean Hudson. Denia Hudson Nunn. Kaya Humphrey. Aaliyah Ingram. Clayshawn Ivory. Andrea Jackson. Jalen Jackson. Jalea Jackson. Jorday Jackson. Lawrence Jackson. Damian Jacobs. Cheyenne Jacobs. Javon Jennings. Daviana Johnson. Jamar Johnson. Kentrey Johnson. Melissa Johnson. Diaja Jones. Stacy Jones. Diavion Jordan. Christopher Kamasa. Michaela Keith. Jalen Kendricks. Michaela King. Isabella Kirchner. Erica Kirksey. Tiana Kirksey. Josiah Kitchen. Alexandria Curia. Manaya Larry. Diamond Lawrence. Ruben Lee. Good job, girl. Nakaya Lett. Janaea Lewis. Jaden Linton. Samaya Lively. Elijah Livingstone. Savon Loving. Mariana Lowe. Paris Lucas. Nevada Lunar. Courtney Lyles. Coriana Mackey. Jayla Marshall. You gotta sign your hat still. William Mason. Kaylin McCauley. Our homecoming queen, Tashari McClay. Lanique McIntyre. Lamar McKenzie. Alasia McKinney. Jada McKinney. Nikayla McKinney. Micaiah McKinney Cherry. Paul McPherson. Victoria Meadows. Renee Menifee. Amarion Miller. Aaron Miller. Jameli Mills Johnson. Tatiana Mims. Javante Minifield. Trayshawn Minifield. Sanaya Mitchell. Ariana Mock. David Morgan. Devon Morrison. Deasia Mosley. Diamond Motley. Treasure Murray. Anaya Nance. Jade Neal. Kaylin Nichols. Jaquan O'Daniel. Jose Orozco. Janiyah Parrish. Abriana Peters. Destiny Phillips. Shakaya Pickett. Damian Pollock. Alasia Pope. Sincere Pope. Alexandria Potter. Alexis Potter. Deshauna Price. Sharon Pruitt. Duran Ramsey. Am I saying the third? Benny Redmond. Jahara Reed. Kaya Relaford. Dariana Reynolds. Kayla Richardson. Zaire Ridgway. Jaden Rivera. Anton Rivers. Soraya Roberts. Elise Robinson. Alyssa Robinson. Anthony Robinson. Danita Robinson. We got to back up on stage. Right here. We got to back up. We're going to pause for a second. It's like clogging the stage. Alicia Rogers. Shamar Rollins. Jermaine Rosenberg. Carmen Ross. Jonathan Roth. Aaliyah Roy. Deja Rush. Apparently I have to announce all these now. The homecoming king, Trayvon Sadler. Malik Salam. Samark Sanders. Trevina Scott. The man himself. James Shabazz. Tia Shaw. Riasia Shockley. Michele Singleton. Odavian Sledge. Alexandria Smith. Jasmine Smith. Jeremiah Smith. Maisa Smith. Tamika Smith. Tanaya Spencer. Marshawn Spikes. Malaya Stanberry. Janisa Stansberry. Deja Stennis. Willie Stewart. Marquise Still. Cameron Tabb. Cameron Talton. Kayvon Tate. Gianna Taylor. Lamar Taylor. Darius Terrell. Are you good? Destiny Thomas. Jayshawn Thomas. Deontay Thornton. Oh, you're first. This is Delonte. Deontay's behind him. They got mixed up. Deontay Thornton. Shayla Thurman. Janaya Ticino. Demarion Trotter. Stop it. Caleb Tucker. Kiariana Turner. Aiden Turos. Kristen Turpin. Tila Tutstone. Michaela Tuttle. Adriana Ties. Jana Tyner. Demetrius Walker. Oh. Amari Wallace. Colin Walsh. Benarian Washington. Matthew Watkins. Josiah Watts. Kareem Watts. Michael Weber. Zariana Wells. Shea Westbrook. Brianna White. Brian White. Tenarie White. Chiana Whitmore. Made it. Is this blank? Vernell Wilburn. Deontay Wilford. Kavion Williams. Tyrell Williamson. Jaden Willis. Deja Wilson. Stop it. William Wimberly. John Winston. Tristan Watine. Candon Woodley Irvin. Casey Worsham. Ariana Wright. Jaden Wright. Juliana Wright. Deani Wynn. Tyshawn York. Christopher Young. Micaiah Zewalk. Congratulations, class of 2022. I'm gonna cry. What do I do? Amari said
We're not quite finished yet. We're not finished yet. Now, by the authority of the Euclid City School Board of Education, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, the members of the Euclid High School class of 2022, the diploma of Euclid High School, along with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. If you haven't already, you may now move your tassels. On behalf of the Euclid Board of Education, the administration, the district's faculty and staff, we congratulate the Euclid High School class of 2022. All right, Mr. Rudolph, before you lose them all together.
Sometimes you have to go off script. So instead of recessing out, because our babies deserve it, they love each other, we're going to go ahead and have our students escort themselves out the corner doors. Please play Pomp and Circumstance as they head out. You're never going to get them back together.
That's fine, Andre. They're enjoying.
Thank you all for coming out to our graduation ceremony tonight. Technically, we would normally recess out, but